Hey, nice to have you with us. Mansfield today, and time now to get out the ladle and the knives and all the rest of it and get cooking. What's cooking? Good looking? Hey, when I say good looking, what pops up on the screen? Martin Cobalt. Chef MLK,
Exactly.
how are you? How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. And how are you doing?
I'm doing very well. You look like you're outside on your balcony, and it looks like a beautiful day in Austria.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want me to show you around a little
Yeah,
bit?
so this is this.
Just,
I've been to this little village with Martin, so I know a
just
little
to
bit
see a
about
little
it.
bit. That's my little view there.
This is Maria Far.
Terrible, huh?
It's absolutely
Terrible.
terrible.
Got
Yeah,
some mountains there. Yeah.
little village
No,
and
it's just a horrible. It's just a horrible
Fonnenberg
sight here.
behind.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful area. It's a
Yeah,
beautiful
it's
part
just
of
beautiful.
Austria.
But I thought
Just
I'm gonna have just as a background is my little cranes there at the back, which are also from South Africa. They're beautiful. Yeah.
And as you say, summer in Austria, and
Oh, it's beautiful.
geez, it's been a bit warm. I was watching the Grand Prix last week.
Yeah.
No, when was it?
Yeah,
Weekend
last week and the week
last
before.
weekend.
Two
Yeah,
weekends. Yeah, that's right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Spielberg, which is
yeah.
that's not that far from. Well, nothing's really that far from anywhere in Austria. But
In Austria, yeah. First gear, second gear, maximum. If you got an automatic, you got a challenge. Still very small distances compared to South Africa. But
yeah,
yeah, it's about 60, 70 kilometers away from where I am. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I know
But beautiful.
the track temperature there at one stage they were saying was 52 degrees Celsius on the track.
Okay.
Um, yeah,
It was rather warm. It
yeah.
was rather warm, yeah. But I didn't know that you're such a Formula One fan and you like very technical, involved in that. I didn't know that,
I'm not
Sure.
that big. I'm not that big on scale electrics. I'm rather. I rather prefer the Motor Grand Prix, to be honest. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, um, but
Very nice.
still prefer cooking to most other things. What are we up to today, Marty?
Well, I thought we are gonna do some nice traditional fish and chips because there's always a bit of controversy where it actually comes from or whatever. And I did a bit of research, and well, most fish and chips you do get in the UK, but it originates actually, from the Spanish and Portugal side, and long before they started in the UK with the fish and chips, it was called the pescado frito, which is basically a flour coated fish in oil. So yeah, very very interesting. Nice little history about the traditional deep fried fish. And I thought that's the right thing to do today. And it's a nice winter dish as well, very simple to make. So what I use, it's about 4 by 200 grams of cod or hake or any haddock or any firm flesh white fish. And you take a cup of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, one egg if you prefer a Juria texture. Otherwise, you leave the egg out. 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 cup of light beer, or must be very cold because you don't want the flour to start activating when you put a warm beer inside there straight away. Extra flour for dredging, and grilled and crisper oil for frying. So basically, all you do, you just prepare your fish, you trim it, unless you get one of those frozen portions, you just defrost it nicely. Then you season it with salt and pepper. You can also dribble some lemon juice or lime juice over it if you like. I like to do like a little bit of lemon juice and about half an hour before, so the lime juice goes nicely into the flesh of the fish, and then you prepare your batter. You just add your beer and your flour and the baking powder and the salt, and if you like the egg, or otherwise you leave it out, and then just mix it the texture is like a pancake dough, just a little bit thicker. So quite a lot of flour goes in there, and you just preheat your oil. I would say about 185 to 190 degrees, definitely not more than 190 degrees Celsius. Then you dip the fish in the flour a little bit, and then you dip it into the batter. You pull it out, and you put it in a nice or in a hot oil, and then you cook it quite slowly. Then it's nice and golden brown. It shouldn't take longer than 5 to 6, 7 minutes. And yeah, you take it out, you dip it a little bit off on a napkin, and then I like to serve it with a sauce tartare and some chips. Of course, chips needs to go with it. Or for the ladies, perhaps just a nice big bowl of green salad, something like that. But us men's manna. we need some chips, some potatoes. Of course, must be deep fried as well. A bit of oil is good, Yeah, you see,
Hot
beautiful.
friendly meal.
Exactly, something for the hips, It's just beautiful. But you know what? All the good things like this, with a lot of oil, a lot of fat, or whatever, they're unfortunately all the best things. That's why we look like we are, Beautiful.
Martin, you get back to your beautiful Sunday down in the Marefa in Austria. Lovely to talk to you again, and we'll chat to you next week, my buddy.
I'm looking very much forward to it. Thank you so much, and have a nice cold weekend and a nice cold week ahead of you. And I'll speak to you next week on Sunday. Great stuff.
And don't forget that all the ingredients and how to do it will be up on the Chef MLK sites in South Africa, chefmlk.co.za. Chef Martin Cobalt on Mansfield Today. Nice to have you with us once again, and we'll catch you with another bit of cooking next week. Bye-bye.